and there's another one. Oh, I have a pimple here. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going through 1 year of mostly skincare empties. I do it every year and I look forward to it every year. I want to just put a disclaimer out there that because this is the skincare that I used up in 2022, a lot of the actual use of it was in 2021, like the year before, because it takes a while to get through skincare. And I do have a video that is more representative of kind of what I'm using nowadays, and that's my top 3 products in every skincare category. I'll go ahead and link it up here if you're curious. But this is stuff that I've actually used up, and I don't use up things that I don't like. Well, anyways, whatever, we'll get into it. I'm gonna go through this by category, and the first category I have is hella pimple patches. I use pimple patches, and I'll just go through what each of these are. But first, before I go into that, you will notice that these 4 empties are all Mighty Patch from Hero Cosmetics, and they just conveniently happen to be the sponsor of the next 2 minutes of this video. And I want to use this time to introduce my cat screaming. I want to use this time to introduce a new pimple patch release from Hero Cosmetics, and that is the Mighty Patch Chin. And so this is a specially designed shape of hydrocolloid patch, and it has these little slits in the curvature to kind of hug the contour of your chin. And I'll also throw up a video of me using it. I didn't have a lot of pimples this day, but another thing I really like about this patch is you can cut it in half and pretty much use like one side to really hug the corner of where a lot of us get hormonal acne, which is either here or along the chin. And if you have a cluster of pimples that are close to popping, and you can throw one of these on and just cover all of them at one time, which I also have a video of. Hero Cosmetics kind of recently came out with the Mighty Patch Face, which had all different shapes for your face, and the most popular part of this was the chin, so they made a dedicated chin release, which we love listening to the consumers. Each box of the Mighty Patch Chin has 10 of the long patches for $17.99, but you can also get 15% off with the link and code in my description box. And each of these 10 covers quite a large area, but remember, you could also cut them in pieces like I talked about before and use it for patches and clusters of pimples. Okay, now into the empties. I'm gonna go through all of my different patches real quick. So I used up 2 boxes of the Mighty Patch Original. So this is the plain hydrocolloid patch that really sucks out the gunk of your pimples. Next is the invisible version. So it has a really, really thin rim and it really does look invisible. The actual patch part is a little bit, like a little opaque. So I kind of wear these in place of makeup sometimes if I don't want to put concealer on. I did use up some Zit Sticka patches. I really like these too because they're super, super sticky. The Zit Sticka patches also have a couple other ingredients. It has ascorbic acid, tea tree leaf oil, salicylic acid, and niacinamide. And I did use some of the Killa patches, but these are like so expensive. I think I can't remember. I think an 8-pack is like $36 or something, so it's a little expensive. I probably wouldn't repurchase this one again. I did also use up a couple boxes of CosRx. I used these up like at the very, very beginning of the year, and I haven't really repurchased them in a long time because they don't stick very well. Like your skin needs to be dry, clean, like nothing, no facial, no oil, like no natural oils can be on your skin. Otherwise, I feel like these slip off, so. All right, for cleanser, I really only have 2 that I used up. So first is the First Cleanse, an oil-based or balm-based cleanser. This is the Paula's Choice Omega Plus Complex Cleansing Balm. And I love this because it's a balm in a squeezy tube. And like the biggest thing I hate about cleansing balms in general is that they're always in a tub. And by the time you get halfway through it, it's just gross. I don't know. I just love a squeezy tube. It's so convenient. It's always clean. It never gets messed up. And the other cleanser I have, this is the Second Cleanse or water-based cleanser. It's the Peach Slices Acne Clarifying Cleanser. It's a 2% salicylic acid. And I've really been liking using salicylic acid in the cleansing step, just because it's like gentler on my skin. My skin's been a little irritated lately. So I've really been liking incorporating this ingredient in my cleansers. But I mean, you will see, I also incorporate it in other steps. Next category I have are toners, and I have only 3, and 2 of them are mini. So one big one I used up, and the only big one I used up is Paula's Choice 2% BHA Liquid Exfoliant. It's good. The Paula's Choice BHA is just a good maintenance product for me. But I actually have been using the 1%. They have a 1% like treatment as well for salicylic acid. And I've been using that one just because, again, it has some more calming ingredients than this one does, but I still love it. Next one I used up just because I got it in some kit or sample or somewhere other. Like, I've never truly just paid for the SK2 essence because it's a galactomyces essence. The full size is like $290 or something or other. I don't even know what the real price is, but I did use it up. It's essentially like a mushroom extract ferment. That's what galactomyces is. And it's just very hydrating, but I don't think you need to pay this much for it. So a couple dupes or alternatives that I really like include the Causarex galactomyces, and there's another one. Oh, I have a pimple here. Well, I've been using the Causarex one. There's also a Nimbuzine 3. I'll link it in the description box. And lastly is the Laneige Cream Skin Toner and Moisturizer. It's a 2-in-1. It's a really like milky toner that if you layer like 2 or 3 layers on, you don't really need a moisturizer afterwards, at least if you have normal combo oily skin like me. And I just used another 100 point perk at Sephora to get another one of these, but maybe one of these days I'll actually spend money on getting the full size. The next category I have are serums, and I have more than I thought, actually. There's 7 in total. Let me talk about the vitamin C ones first. I have 3 vitamin C's that I used up, and I'm really not particularly loyal to any of them. I'll pretty much use any 15% L-Ascorbic acid because my philosophy or view or opinions on skincare is very ingredients based and not brand based. So anyways, the first one I have is the C15 booster from Paula's Choice. This one also has vitamin E and ferulic acid for stabilization. Next I have the Glow Maker antioxidant serum from Maylove, and this one's actually not entirely empty. It's like 2/3 way empty because it oxidized before I could get the chance to get through it. And this is also with vitamin E and ferulic acid to stabilize the L-Ascorbic acid. It's affordable, it's like $25. And it also has the vitamin E and ferulic acid to stabilize the L-Ascorbic acid. And it has sodium hyaluronate in it. So it's overall like a pretty well-rounded serum. And then the last one I have is the Dermatology Vitamin C with E and ferulic acid. So, I mean, they're all like... And the Dermatology serum also has sodium hyaluronate, now that I'm looking at the label. So they really are just... All right, here are the other 4 serums. Let's just speed through them real quick. The Good Molecules Discoloration Correcting Serum. It has a special kind of tranexamic acid. It's called cetyl tranexamate mesylate, and this helps lighten hyperpigmentation. I have the 10% azelaic acid booster from Paula's Choice, and azelaic acid helps with so many things. I really love that ingredient, and I will always have azelaic acid in my skincare routine. Another type of azelaic acid that I started using recently is the Peach Slices one because it's pretty affordable. And I have the iUnique Black Snail Restore Serum. So this is like a snail mucin serum that I really enjoyed actually. Because it's a snail mucin, but it doesn't have that like thick, sticky viscousness that a lot of snail mucins do. So again, something that I would use again. And this is a product that I have repurchased again. It's the Crave Beauty Great Barrier Relief Serum. And so it's just very soothing. It has the tamanu oil. It really calms my skin down after I'm using a lot of actives and that kind of thing to treat. I don't think you need to have a specific calming serum. You can get an oat-based moisturizer that also has a lot of data behind calming irritation. That'll also do the same thing, but I enjoy it. Oh, this is technically a serum too. The Hero Cosmetics Lightning Swipe Dark Spot Brightening Pads. I love this. I have gotten a second tub of this. These have so much serum. There is ne'er a dry pad in these, and the active ingredients include tranexamic acid, niacinamide, a vitamin complex, heart leaf, and kombucha. But mostly I use this for the niacinamide and the tranexamic acid. And it's also those days that maybe my skin feels a little more congested, and just having a really light physical exfoliation to clean off the top couple layers of dead epidermis really helps me out. Plus it gives me those active ingredients. So I like this one. Moisturizers. I have 3, 4 full size and like some other little ones. So I'm just gonna talk about them as I'm holding them while I can. So this is the Dermatology. It's a vitamin C5, kind of like a serum in moisturizer. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty expensive. I would recommend their vitamin C serum more than I recommend this moisturizer just because I trust L-Ascorbic acid better than derivative vitamin C's. But regardless, I used it up. The texture was nice. And I have 2 of the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream because I got them in some birthday kit or gift or add-on, whatever it is. I also didn't pay for these, but it is a nice cream. Ugh, Tatcha gets me because it's so nice, but it's so expensive. And then the Laneige Water Bank Moisture Cream also was nice. Also got it in some set. The Laneige one is pretty fragranced though, like it smells kind of floral and a little bit perfumey, so not really one I would repurchase. CeraVe Moisturizing Cream. This is one that I don't use on my face a lot. I actually use most of this on my husband's face because he has drier skin than I do. But it also is nice to just keep by your bedside, use as a hand cream, use it in a pinch on your neck, you know, whatever it is. It's a dependable cream, has been for decades. But this is one that I definitely use on my face very, very, very frequently. It's the CeraVe PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion. I just used this up, so I need to buy a new bottle of it. And I like it because it's this gel cream texture. It has niacinamide as a 4th ingredient. And on the days that I'm not like specifically using a serum that has niacinamide, I just throw on this moisturizer and know it's somewhere on my skin. And it's affordable. And these are 2 night creams that I used up. First is the Dermatology Peptide Night Cream. Even though this is labeled as a night cream, it's actually very, very light. This lotion also has multiple different types of ceramides in it and like just a whole list of peptides. You can take a look at the ingredients list yourself. And oh, I just wanted to mention that Dermatology, I actually have a 20% off code with them. It'll be in the description box. I always forget to mention that. I'll like talk about their products and forget that I have a discount for y'all. And lastly, I have the Sephora Nourishing Moisturizer. And Sephora brand products, y'all, are pretty good. Like, y'all should really try them out. They're on sale a lot, so I would recommend giving it a shot. It's a very, very like creamy, smooth cream. I would buy it again. The last skincare category I have are sunscreens, and admittedly, this is not enough sunscreen for me to have used up in the year, but believe me when I say I have like 30 open bottles of sunscreen right now. It takes me a long time to get through a bottle because I have just so many that are open that I don't want to expire. And there are also a lot of sunscreens I test and don't like, and so, but I don't want to throw them away because it's like a waste. Whatever. So the first empty I have is the Pacifica Vegan Collagen Everyday Lotion that has SPF 30 in it. This is great for days where I'm just sitting at home, I'm not going anywhere. It's just like a moisturizer with SPF in it, and it's pretty creamy. So this is a little bit thicker than like any of the other moisturizers that I mentioned. But I will say my mom loves this because she's 66 now, and her skin's a little drier. She really likes having that creaminess, so she also really likes this, but I used it up. Next I have the Hero Cosmetics Force Shield SPF 30. It's like a green tinted, really, really lightweight mineral sunscreen. Like, I didn't even think it was possible for something to be this lightweight, and I did make a dedicated application video for this one. Really enjoy it. I have a full size that I'm working through right now. And my favorite sunscreen, like everyone's favorite sunscreen, it seems like, the Beauty of Chosun SPF 50. I also need to buy another one of this because I recently used it up. And one that I didn't like that much is the Derma E Scar Cream SPF 35. It just has that really like a silicone-y feel to it. But I will say that it didn't have a white cast for being a zinc sunscreen. So it also has an ingredient allantoin in it, similar to the Derma E Scar Gel, the one in the tub. And that's also good for scars. So as you can tell, a lot of my skincare concerns is dealing with scarring, and you need sunscreen to heal scars. For the makeup, I pretty much only used up brow gel and mascara because those are the only things I use like every single day. So for mascaras, I have 6. And firstly is the Essence Lash Princess. I've been using this one for years. It's still like a dependable choice of mine, something I keep on going back to a lot. The IT Cosmetics Hello Lashes. This is a tubing mascara, and it was okay. It was kind of dry, so not one that I would repurchase. Oh, the AOA Fat Lash. This was actually a really good mascara. It was like $1, so I would buy that again. Oh, this is actually a brow gel, not a mascara. I'll get to that later. The L'Oreal Telescopic, everyone loves this one. I hated it because it was so clumpy and I just couldn't control how much got on my lashes, so it was not my favorite. And it was pretty smudgy. Unpopular opinion, I didn't like the L'Oreal Telescopic. And the Merit Beauty Mascara I actually did like because it didn't smudge on me. If the angle changed a little bit, it's because my camera battery died, which it always dies after like 30 minutes of filming. But brow gels, I have 4, and these 2 are my favorite. So it's the just e.l.f. Wow Brow. I always get the dark brown color. I really like the e.l.f. one because it has a perfect balance of pigment and waxiness. And it's all I use in my brows. I don't use any brow pencils at all. It just fills in my brows so well in the most natural way that really enhances my own features. So the e.l.f. is my favorite, actually, like objectively, regardless of price, and it happens to be $6. I did also use up an Essence Make Me Brow. It just doesn't have as much pigment as the e.l.f. does, so it just never really built up to the level of color that I wanted. The Merit Beauty Brow Gel, I got mine in black brown. It was okay. I really didn't have anything to complain about, but the one that I like is more affordable anyway, so this is the one I keep on repurchasing. I do have one more like off product. It's the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. It's not completely empty because it expired before I could use it up, but it started smelling a little fermented, so just threw it out. And that's all the skincare and makeup that I liked enough to use up in 2022. Did y'all see any of your favorites here? I'm actually surprised that I didn't use up one of the Dermatology sunscreens because I've gone through so many of those. I feel like I must have used one up, but I didn't put it in the bag. I feel like I used up a Dermatology sunscreen, but whatever. If you made it to this part of the video, you better subscribe if you're not subscribed already because you liked me enough to watch the whole thing. Also give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. I do it every year. A couple of videos to look forward to include everything I bought in Sephora in 2022 and everything I bought from Ulta in 2022. So those are a couple things to look forward to. And with that, I'm gonna bid y'all adieu. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember that y'all are my treasure. Find the beauty in every day, but most importantly, be kind to yourselves. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.